Now we're going to look at blocker workhorse as the returning team. So as the returning team, we've got already an advantage because one of our players is up. We're at the no volley zone, and the goal of this person is obviously to get up to the no volley zone as well. The great news here is that we have every advantage. We have the 2-bounce rule, which means that the ball has to bounce on the other side when we hit our return. So we've got plenty of time to get up there. So we just need to get the ball over and start advancing up to the no volley zone. Now we can return it a number of different places. We can return the ball cross court, back where it came from. Okay, so that keeps our blocker here the way it is. It makes us the workhorse. We can also, and ideally this is the best way, angle it more towards the middle. So we're still hitting back cross court, but we're hitting toward the middle. What that does, that straighter ball takes angles away from that person. They can't hurt us as much if we're now more toward the center. They don't have the angles they would have if we were to hit the ball out wide. The last option would be to hit the ball down the line. Again, we can do this because it'll give us time to get up there because the ball has to bounce. And it's actually probably of the three, a great approach shot for us to use. So as you're thinking about returning the ball, your options from top to bottom when you're here on the right-hand side is you're going to want to hit the middle. You're going to want to hit down the line as your second option, and then you're going to hit out wide, especially if they're a righty, to their forehand. That's our least desirable option if we can avoid it. On the left-hand side, it's a little bit different. Again, assuming we're playing with right-handed players, middle again is going to be our first option. Then we're going to hit wide. We're going to hit cross court because, again, for someone who's a righty, that's going to be a backhand. And then our last option would be down the line. So we're going to see this played out here. We're going to go ahead and have a serve. We'll have a return. We're going to see them advance up to the kitchen line, and then we'll proceed from there. All right, great. Perfect. Now, what he did here was he was hitting back to the deepest player. We're trying to keep them back. We don't want to hit, as the return team, we don't want to give up our advantage. We don't want to hit a ball that's going to draw the serving team in. So as you saw there with that one, as he was advancing up, he was targeting the deepest player, the one who was in the back, trying to come up, hitting at their feet, making sure they stay back. Now, if we relinquish our advantage, if they earn their way up to the no volley zone, then we need to go to neutral and start working on our dinking game from there. We don't need to continue to try to go back, give them volleys that they can hit. We need to respect that they've made their way up and go from there. So the things to keep in mind when you're the returning team is you want to play very aggressively and have the advantage. You don't want to hit any neutral balls, and what I mean by that is you want to make sure that you're using any combination of direction and power and spin to mix it up, and you also don't want to give them a ball that can bring them up. You don't want to entice them to come up if they're back. Keep them back, keep balls that are going to keep them back, make them have fewer shots that are available to them that can hurt us, and have them work their way up and earn the right to be at the kitchen and begin the dinking game.